Hello, thank you for joining me today. My name is Dennis, and welcome to my art channel. Today, we're going to be doing a watercolor, as usual. Today, the unusual thing is we're working on a square. I feel like most canvases are, normal kind of paper ratio. 8.5 by 11 inches is the standard sheet of paper. I don't know what the size of A4 is. Sorry if you're watching outside of the US. But, a rectangle is the standard kind of portrait or landscape sort of thing. So, working in a square is a bit more restrictive. You gotta think a little bit differently. I guess inside of the box, if that. I feel like that's a little punny, but literally working within more angles. I guess the opposite would be working in a circle. I'm not sure how to get a circle canvas. I feel like I'd have to specifically order something like that from the art shop. The art shop. But I digress. We're working on a square piece of paper. We got a little bit of what am I thinking of? Like a strawberry lemonade, kind of raspberry lemonade kind of vibe in the background. Yellow and red, sort of a wash. And I'm following it up with a bit of blue because it stands out on those colors and mixes into some fun new ones. Got some greens, mixing the red in now, getting a bit of violet, and working it around the edges of the page. I feel like one issue that I'm running into, because this painting is rather small, I've got a lot of water on the page, so it's kind of floating, and you can see how fast it's just kind of bubbling down and falling down the page, just little rivers of color falling down the page. I'm on a bit of an incline with the drafting table, so it does tend to go down, and also the curl of the paper itself causing it to sink down even more. You'll see that little line of wet combo color. All the color is just gonna start to rest sort of at the bottom of the pad. But that's not a problem. It's something to work with. I feel like I could just bring my brush down there, collect a bit of color, and draw it up across the paper. A little technique that I'll be using a little later in the process. Still laying down a lot of the initial colors for right now, and then I'm going to be working it in and trying to figure out what I'm really doing here. Beyond just having fun, right? But yeah. You know how it goes. Back to my usual thing. Bit abstract watercolors. I don't fully know what I'm doing. Well, I do know what I'm doing. I'm putting a little bit of pigment mixed with water on a brush on this piece of paper. But, what it is that I'm creating here, I feel like I want to leave it up to the imagination a little bit. I hope to lead it towards something cool, something fun, but at the same time, I hope to encourage you to make something of your own. It doesn't necessarily have to be a painting. That is what I like to do, but I feel like everybody has their own preferences on, just what you're able to, willing to, want to create. But yeah, if I can encourage it, I would love to. And here we've got a bit of a muddy color coming onto the paper. I feel like I'm starting to use that bottom well of color that's developing. It does help to have something like that, a full mix. Almost looks like the water in the reservoir over there, that dark brown, orangey color. I feel like that is a true neutral kind of color that would accent just about anywhere that it goes. The only issue with it is that it's not very saturated. Like adding this blue here, it's very clear to see where I've put the blue down. Picking up that little bit of a muddy line, it's just not so clear what's going on there, and I have a little bit of a harder time getting a full color there. Flipping around a bit of that indigo now. Yeah, just having fun with the painting. Let me know in the comments what you think of the painting, if you see anything in particular, or if you're just having a lovely day. Feel free to let us know that as well. I feel like it's always a lovely day when I get to do something like this. Although, to be honest, I feel like I wasn't totally feeling the painting right before I was doing it. I was kind of putting it off a little bit, but you know, I feel like it's one of those things where the hardest part is just starting. Once I'm at the table, at the brush in hand, it's so easy to just keep going, keep pushing this painting until I'm fully satisfied. But getting to that stage sometimes is a bit difficult. Helps I think to rip off the bandage by just setting a hard time of just like, all right, it's 4 o'clock. I'm going up, getting it all ready, and doing a painting. And so here we are, making said painting. I feel like every day is a little bit different, but it helps to just put in a little bit of effort, no matter what it is. I feel like whether it's a hobby or just something for your health, like with a gym, or something just for life with actual work, I feel like it's hard to match the same effort every time, but just checking in at some point during that day and doing a little bit always is good. It feels good. So I appreciate these weekly little videos so much, is because no matter what my everydays are, I know that at least on Friday I will definitely be doing one of these for y'all. I really want to show up for you and put in my best effort for an interesting painting. Doesn't always have to be an abstract. I'm really thinking that the first snow that we get here, well, real snow, it did snow here like a week or two ago, but it wasn't really significant. It was like an inch at best. We need a foot now. That's probably too much snow. I feel like that's like an inconvenient amount of snow. Maybe like 4 inches. All right, I don't know why I'm negotiating about how much snow we're gonna get, but I would like some snow. We're gonna go out. We're gonna make a painting. Plein air. It doesn't have to be abstract. It's in real life. But I don't know. I made a painting last year when it started to snow, and I feel like this year I want to do the same. Might not happen in December though. Might be next month. It's cold for the next few, but a little bit of a plan. You know, please subscribe if you're looking forward to something like that. If you're interested, if you're new here as well. Yeah, we're showing off the details. Still a little bit wet. It's gonna dry a little bit lighter in color. It usually goes for the watercolors, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below how the painting makes you feel. Always interested to hear. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Take care. Peace out.